Yo guys, so I'm here to do another video. Creator of the name of Ape 3D do this video, so I also wanted to do it. He basically did like a tier list of uh, favorite software, what he thinks is good, not really that good, and I kind of wanted to do the same thing. So let's start, and hope you enjoyed the video. So yeah. So let's start with Myro, whatever you want to call it. Myro, honestly, the only thing that's annoying about it is the fact that whenever you add like too many people, it kicks out automatically somebody and then you have to re-add them. It's like there's like the limit is kind of annoying, but the when you're using it on your own and everything, honestly, it's really easy to use. I really love to use it, uh but I might as well like use Canva at that point too, because there's no actual limit. You can add as many people. It's kind of does the job of Miro. So I like the usage and everything. I have a good user experience. It's just like the limit is kind of annoying. uh it's still really good. I don't know if I put it at S tier, but I'll put it at A tier. I use it a lot in production. Now, PureF. I love PureF. This is S tier automatically. Like, hold on. PureF is one of those software like I use for everything. Inspo, for new ideas, everything. References, everything, bro. I love PureF. I love the how you can organize it. I love the little notes you can do. I love how you can basically like put it over stuff and everything. Like it's just extremely useful, especially as a character artist. I love to use it. And honestly, as an artist, you should know PureF. You should be using PureF. That's that's just me. But hey, Photoshop, not interesting. Okay, I am a pure affinity user. Okay, I don't rock with Adobe. Like, okay, that's a lie. I like Adobe, but I don't like how the whole subscription stuff. I'm not a fan. So, if I'm being honest, everyone should boycott Adobe, except for Substance Painter. I actually do need that. I'm not gonna lie. But when it comes to Photoshop, I'm not even interested in grading it. I have used it. I've used it. It's really good. It's actually like uh when it comes to like software, I'll put it at A tier, S tier. Like it's good, but not interested. I'm not even gonna grade it really in my on my tier list. Procreate. Procreate is this honestly, I think Procreate is like I feel like everyone uses it and I understand why. I love to use it. I'm not gonna lie. It's it's really useful. Like it's easy to use. Even the whole layer stuff and it's similar to Photoshop. And I don't even that I need to use a function of Procreate where you can actually use it for textures for 3D. I've seen like I haven't used it, but like for iPad like software, this is really good. I don't know if I'd put it at S tier. Maybe I put it at B tier, honestly. Uh, but this is pretty good. But honestly, I don't know if like I know people use it for 2D animation stuff like that. It's, I just honestly I for Procreate I just keep it at for drawings and stuff. Uh personally I wouldn't use it for like actual like animation. That's me personally. I know there's like a Procreate Dreams that's more specialized for that, I think, but this is not Procreate Dreams. This is just Procreate, so we're not counting the other stuff. Krita. Oh my god. Krita has gotten me through tough times. I do want to thank it. Honestly, for the fact it's a free app, I'd put it at A tier. I am taking price into account. The reason why I think I'm putting Krita over Procreate is like it's not, honestly, I'd say Krita is even easier to use than Procreate, but obviously I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like Procreate feels more like premium, feels like there's a lot more like tool to use. That's how it feels. Uh but honestly, I've used Krita multiple times when I just didn't have the money for Photoshop. Um it has gotten me through tough times, but now I kind of like, I feel like there's other softwares that are, even if they're not free, they're just a few dollars that are better, like Procreate. I personally like to use Procreate over Krita, but it's the fact that it's free that honestly puts it over. And the thing is, there's also other free apps like Affinity that I use currently. So yeah, Procreate at A. Uh, damn, what is that? Sketch. I've used it. I can't remember. I cannot remember. This is Affinity drawings, I think. I'm gonna count it as Affinity. I'm putting it at A tier. I like it. I mean, I've been glazing Infinity for a lot, so hey. I can't remember this. I'm just not gonna grade it because I just can't remember. I know I've used this. It was like a long time ago though. Blender S tier. Okay, so I just finished my graduation, right? And like, I think I could have reinstalled Maya, but I couldn't even open it. I could have just uninstalled it and reinstalled it. Probably would have worked. But I think I use that as a sign like I need to learn Blender. I've been too comfortable using Maya. Now I need to learn Blender. And honestly, I've been loving my experience. I've used Blender a few times for like curves and stuff like that. It's really useful. I do know that Maya has curves also, but I think in Blender it's easier to use. It's not like a hidden feature. Like, really, one of the things I like about Blender is the fact that it doesn't hide their features. I don't need to click through a bajillion things to find something. And one of the things that's so great about Blender, and it kind of it's kind of the main reason why it's S tier, the community. There's so many tutorials that you can find to do the specific thing that you wanted to do. But for Maya, you kind of have to dig through a few stuff. It's not like there's not a lot of like tutorials, but it's definitely harder. And even when you find a tutorial, like honestly, like some of the stuff you have to go through hula hoops to do the one thing that you wanted to do, honestly, and I'm not a fan of that. That's why Blender S tier. Houdini, oh my god. Okay, Houdini, I'm gonna put it A tier. Now the thing is, I've used Houdini like a few times, and I've realized that Houdini, like, to do, if you want to do modeling in Houdini, which isn't bad, but if you want to do one like prop or thing, it's not really useful for you to do it in Houdini. You might as well do it in Maya or Blender, right? But the thing that's really useful about Houdini is that you can turn like that one, like, let's just say gear, into multiple shapes, and it has uh like specific values that you can change the size, or to do like different variation of that one thing. When you're trying to do like 300 versions, 300 variants, it's really useful to learn Houdini, especially for VFX too. uh, I've used Houdini for like when I was learning for VFX when I was in CJEP, and honestly, it's pretty cool, but it's actually kind of hard to learn compared to other softwares. Houdini is actually harder to learn. Uh, I'm I don't know. I wouldn't put it a freaking B, but I'll put a A because honestly, it's actually harder. Like compared to other like nodes that like Unreal or Blender, or even like like software that uses a lot of nodes, like this is actually like one of the harder ones to learn in my opinion. So yeah, Maya. Okay, Maya. It does the job. The one thing I'll say about Maya, the UV, excellent, S tier. The modeling, I'd put it at B tier. And the reason why I'm saying modeling, it's not like it's hard to use or I have a hard time. It's more like compared to like Blender, honestly, like I think it takes longer to do something. Um, the workflow is just slower than Blender. That's really the main point. But the one thing I do like about Maya, it'll tell you when something is wrong. One thing Maya wants is really a clean mesh, and I love that about that software. Like I'll have multiple function where you'll be able to tell like where the problem is, and honestly I feel like I have a harder time in Blender and figure out like, oh, where is the problem and everything, because I'll let a lot of things slide. um but Maya is a tool that I think is the industry standard for a reason, and I think everybody should learn it. It's actually pretty cool. Aside from the crashes, honestly, it's fairly annoying. 3ds Max. It's, I've heard things. I haven't used it, but I've heard that the interface is very old. I've learned Maya and I'm learning Blender. I do want to try it. I do want to try it, but I don't know if I'm interested in like relearning it. But honestly, if a studio asks me, "Yo, learn 3ds Max," I'd be like, "Bet." I wouldn't mind it. So I do want to try it. Um, but I can't really grade like how good it is. Like, I feel like people would put it under Maya. That's just me. ZBrush, S tier. S tier. I love ZBrush. It's excellent tool. Not gonna lie, but ZBrush is a 10 out of 10 app. Oh my god, software. Sorry. But the only thing is the interface. There's so much going on, but it's right at your face. That's the only thing. Like, it's kind of like how like my first experience with Blender. Like, there's just so much going on, but it's not trying to hide from you. Like, it's not hidden. And at first it might seem overwhelming, but like honestly when you get used to it, it's pretty easy to use and it's actually very fun. It's one of those tools that there's just so many brushes, and you can do like even textures for your brush, not the textures for your meshes. micro poly. You can use UVs to do more details and everything. Honestly, EasyBrush, S tier. If anyone says otherwise, they're a liar. That's the final. That's the final say. Designer, huh? Honestly, designer. The node. At first, I my first experience using designer was like boring. But when like you're really like getting to like creating like tileable textures and everything, and honestly it's one of the things like I'll say as a character artist, doing tileable textures is important. Like I know there's Substance Painter, but like doing your own custom like materials, I feel like you'll need the Substance Designer, and that's why I'll say it's actually S tier software. I think everyone should learn it. I mean, people that like mainly do textures, environment, character, and shader. People that do shaders. So S tier software might be a bit boring to use the first time, but honestly, when you get used to it, it's actually pretty fun. And you can do different like create different functions to do like to create different variants of like the same textures. It's very fun to use, easy to use, honestly. There's a lot of tutorials too, so honestly, there's no excuse. I think everyone should learn it. I love to use it. Painter, S tier, 100%. Uh, I use it a lot. I use it. I don't know how many times a day I use it for real. I can't even do like. I could create also like my own tileable textures on Painter. It's like one of those things like you can customize your own stuff. There's even like pre-made materials that you can use if you don't want to create something from scratch. Um, it has like its uses for like everything. Honestly, I think environment artists use it a lot. Character artists use it a lot. Honestly, like even like the baking, that's the only thing I'll say like is not as good as like something like marmoset, but even then it's extremely good. And not even just that, I think there's now a new function, I've used it, experimental, um and even that like makes the cage a lot like more precise. I just love to use a painter, and honestly I'll put it over. Hmm. Yeah, I'll put it over. I didn't think about the or. I think I'll do this. Yeah. And for that one, I'll put Maya. I'll put Maya after Houdini. And for affinity, I think this is affinity. I'll put it over Krita. All right, I like the order honestly. Sampler. Okay, sampler. I'm not a fan. I'm being so honest. Like I haven't used it enough, but like I don't like using it as much as like I've learned it because like you can also do tileable textures on it. Me personally, I'm not a fan. Not for me. D tier. I've tried it. Not interested. I'd even put it on not interested, but like I feel like it has its usage, especially like when you're taking a photo. Uh, but honestly, I'm not a fan of it. I don't use it enough to really speak on it. I feel like I could put it not interested, but I've used it. My first experience, it's not even like I've used it multiple times, and I'd say it's not really fun to use, honestly. compared to designer. At this point, if I wanted to do a tellable textures of a wood or something, just use designer at that point. Like what? I don't need to learn this. I don't want to. Stager, want to try. I've seen things. Seems interesting. It seems to be a rendering tool. At that point, I might as well use Marmoset, but I'm still interested in trying. Modeler, not interested. Uh, Seems to be a modeling tool, but like Adobe. So at this point, bro, I'm willing to learn 3ds Max. I've learned Maya. I'm learning Blender, and I've used Blender. And at that point, do I need to learn this? Like, and it's not even like the industry standard. Like, what? No, not interested. But well, I put Photoshop first though. Yeah. This, I think this is character creator. I haven't tried it though, but I know I should put it. I want to try it, but I've seen one of my teachers used it in his workflow. Like I, it seems S tier. Even iClone, I'll put it at S tier. I just don't know though. And you know what? I'll put it at want to try, but I feel like this is like this can like be really useful in like making your work faster. So I'd put it at S tier, but I'll put it at want to try because I haven't used it yet, and honestly, I'm very interested in using it. Now that I finished school, I feel like I have more freedom to try different things. So these two are my most anticipated. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is Mary. I do want to try it. I think I'll put it right after character creation. Uh, I've seen like one of the projects I think on my school at NAD. One of the artists used Mary as a way to texture their character, and I thought it really looked so cool. Like, I don't know like the workflow of that software, but I really like the results of it. So I'm really interested in learning Mary. A nuke, okay, nuke F tier. I hate nuke. I hate it. I do not like it. Like, if like obviously like the whole comp and all that, like I'm not really interested in all that. It's just this tool is not for me. I don't know. It's because if it's because of my professor. I mean, honestly, I like my professor, so it might be the software. But when I was trying to learn that whole software, I had a hard time. It's not even just I had a hard time. I just didn't like it. Even when I was trying to do a project that the I think I just did like a video where, hold on, I'll put myself in full screen, but I was basically doing a video of myself being scared of like alien a spaceship arriving, and I basically did a model of the same pod just coming up and then just leaving, right? And I was like scared or something. Even while I was doing like that whole project and everything, first of all, the result was buns, but even then, I didn't have fun. Didn't have fun. So F. This is another one I want to try. A speed tree. I've seen somebody use it. They're like at school, and it seemed really interesting. It's also node based. I really like that. Uh, Seems really interesting. Uh, like I want to learn. Like I feel like now I really want to learn a bunch of like softwares, and this is one of them. Gaia, I've used it. I'd say I've used like a free community version. Right now, I'll say it's B tier. Honestly, I've used it to do like landscapes, and it's really fun to use. Like honestly, it's extremely easy to use. You can do some crazy stuff with it. But I feel like I haven't used it to my fullest potential. But the results is so quick, and the back and forth is really like actually really fun between Unreal and Gaia. You can even create meshes. It's not just like height maps that you can use for like your for Unreal. So I'd want to put it at A tier, but it's like I feel like I don't have like I have a lot of control, but sometimes I feel like I'm submitted to like the how can I say the nodes in Gaia. Like I feel like the randomizer and stuff like that. Like I feel like sometimes I'm under submission under those controls, and mm, like I might need to learn a lot more about it, but right now it's still pretty good. It's actually I like it a lot. This I don't know what that is. Marvelous. Oh my god. I'll say A tier. Marvelous is oh my god. How can I describe it? It's in my workflow when I don't just use ZBrush for clothes, but when I tried it, it's like one of those things where like if like a little thing is off, I'll show you, and honestly sometimes I've really scratched my brain through like using it, not just because like okay, sometimes like when you're doing a stitch, right? It'll like be too like oh my god, it's so annoying. I'll like shrink the entire thing. Sometimes I'll like be too low. It's really something like that's really like precise that you need to be very precise with how you use it to get good results. I do like using it honestly, and it's really something that I just need to use more to get used to. Um, Aside from that, honestly, Marvelous Designer is A tier. Honestly, I could put it at S tier, but this is my list, so I don't care. Unreal S tier. This is it's free too, and you have a fab marketplace where you can get free stuff and just and analyze them and learn from it. Like this is by far the best software on this list. This is like for artists, this is the best software. Unity, haven't used it a lot. Uh, this is a this seems pretty good. Honestly, I've tried to like you can even learn coding to use with Unity. There's a lot of tutorials, but I haven't used it enough. Honestly, I'll put it at B for now, but I do want to learn it more. I've used Unity once for like a prototype game that I was using for like a Ubisoft contest, right? And the game we did was Debug City, and I had to use Unity, and it was pretty cool. Shader I needed to get some used to. Put in textures is easy, but like creating like complex shader is a lot harder, honestly. Um, I'd say that Unreal is more like geared toward artists, and Unity is more geared towards like programmers. And I think that's the reason why I'm putting at B tier, because as an artist, I feel like Unreal is easier to use. Godot, I haven't learned it, but I'd say top three want to try. I actually just downloaded it on Steam, and I am going to learn it. So yeah. Topogon. I love Topogon. Honestly, I'll say A tier. One of the things that annoy me about Maya and its uh, topologians, oh my god, retopo tools is like sometimes like I'll get stuck under the mesh and you need to bring it out, and it's all a lot of those little things that makes your process longer, right? Um the only thing I'll say, like, obviously the UV tool in Maya is goaded. So when you go from Retopo to like UV, it's easy. You're on the same software, but still, like, I use a bunch of software. I do a bunch of back and forth, so it doesn't really bother me to go from like Topogun to like Blender or Maya. So, but I'll say it's like any retopologizing tools, but like it'll have like little things where it'll make things faster, like loops, and you just need to do it in order. I honestly, for the small amount of time I used it, I've actually loved using it, and it's honestly very easy to use. So yeah. Rhizome UV. Uh, I need to use it more, but I've heard it's better than Maya, and I get it. It's really, I mean, it's software mainly for UV, and I have it. I've used it, but I always end up returning to Maya. So, and I mean, it's mainly because I'm too used to Maya, but I'll say like it's A tier, even for the small amount of times, same amount of time as Topogun. Um, it's very precise and it organizes your whole layout very well compared to Maya, in my opinion. Uh, so yeah, DaVinci, I love it. DaVinci, actually, DaVinci, I'll put it at A tier. I haven't used it to its fullest potential, but I do like it better than Premiere Pro. And it's free too, so there's also that. I don't need to pay for like I don't need to use the studio version to do the things I want to do. Even like for complex stuff, you don't need to like buy the studio versions. That's what I love about DaVinci. And I need to make a video about like the version, the what is called, like the version 21. I need to make a video about that. Premiere, not interested. I'm not talking about it. After Effects, okay, that one, yeah. Um After Effects is goated. It's it's goated, but I don't really use it a lot. And I've seen you can also use like 3D objects too. Hmm. When I first started like my program in 3D and CJEP, I was using it a lot, but then after I just stopped using it, and it's been a while now. So, hmm. For now I'll put at B. Maybe I'll change. I don't know. And first off, I need to put Marvelous there. So yeah, Marmoset. I love Marmoset as a rendering tool. Goated. Baking. I've mainly used Painter, especially like for the baking tool in Painter is already good enough. But the one in Marmoset is better. I mainly use it for render. And I really like the results. I do know, like, for even materials, you can make materials in Marmoset. It's pretty useful. I like it. All right, so sorry, I didn't realize like the whole recording kind of stopped. That kind of sucked. Yeah, but basically I changed a bit my tier list. Um, I put Goda and want to try. Mary 3D Code 2. This is a thing that I was saying that the texture looks really cool, and I'm pretty sure you can buy one license with 3D Code. So I'm kind of interested in learning it. Godot 2, uh, I heard it's just as goated as Unreal. Speed Tree, iClone, 3ds Max Stage, uh, and I think I don't know if in my video maybe I already talked about it, but samplers D, don't use enough, don't like it, honestly. Nuke, hate it. I hate Nuke. I genuinely don't have a good experience with it. Not only do I suck at it, but I don't even enjoy using it. So there's that. Krita, I had it in A, but I put it in C, and I thought about it like while I do the fact that Krita is free is really good. Uh, there's already a free app, a free software that I use, Affinity, that is better, and honestly, it's not that much better than Procreate, but uh, and Procreate is only a few dollars, so it's like for the few dollars, it's worth it on an iPad, and it's like it's also on an iPad where like you can use it like anywhere you want. So there's also that. Yeah. While it's free, it's not as good as the others, so I put it at C. Unity, I put it at B. The reason why is because I used it once for a Ubisoft contest, so there's that. After Effects, I think I left it off at After Effects. So, what else did I not put? The rest I just don't know, and these not interested. Keyshot already got a bunch of like rendering Marmoset and Unreal that I use, and even Painter. So, I don't need to use that. Clip, I already got a bunch of drawing tools. Even I'd rather use Procreate at that point too. But it's not like it's a bad software. It's just like I'm pretty sure you need to pay for it, so not interested. But this is my final tier list, and yeah, thank you for listening. It was really fun, and like this tier list kind of helped me and wanted like to try new things. So this was all so fun for me. But thank you for listening. Tschüss.